A billionaire woman trusted her husband with everything, her company, her home, even her heart. But one night, her poor maid overheard a conversation that changed everything. The maid's bravery not only saved her boss's life, but also reshaped her own destiny forever. Sophia was just a maid. Quiet, careful, hardworking. She scrubbed floors before sunrise, folded towels with precision, and made sure every corner of the mansion sparkled. She had lost her parents young, endured years of hardship, and learned to survive with gentle hands and sharper eyes. Madame Margaret, the billionaire CEO she worked for, noticed her diligence. Margaret was powerful, respected across Nigeria for her textile empire, yet she carried deep personal pain. No children, long nights of work, and a husband who offered little warmth. Jacob Nelson looked perfect in public, handsome, smiling, always at Margaret's side. But Sophia saw what others missed. The careless way he tossed his shoes, the dismissive roll of his eyes, the hollow laugh that chilled the room. One stormy afternoon, Sophia heard what she was never meant to hear, Jacob's cold voice through the bedroom door, planning to kill Margaret to inherit everything. "She's given me nothing," he said. "Tonight it ends." When Margaret walked toward the door, unaware, Sophia acted on instinct. She pressed a hand to her employer's lips and whispered, "Don't talk." Together, they slipped away and called the police. Moments later, Jacob entered the study, smirking, only to be met by flashing sirens, boots pounding, and officers storming the mansion. Margaret confronted him directly. "You plotted to kill me." "I heard every word." Jacob laughed nervously, denying it, but the evidence was undeniable. In court, Jacob's own voice played through recordings, cold, calculated, merciless. "She can't give me a child. Her wealth is mine." Gasps filled the room. His excuses collapsed. The judge's gavel fell. Guilty, 10 years in prison. Reporters swarmed. The world learned of the betrayal. And the world also learned of Sophia, the maid who had saved a billionaire. Margaret made a bold announcement. Sophia was no longer just her maid. She was her daughter. Cameras flashed as Sophia, once hidden in rags, stood in a golden gown beside the woman she saved. Margaret enrolled her in university. Sophia studied relentlessly, graduated top of her class, and became an officer in Margaret's company. She had stepped out of the shadows into her own light. At the company, Sophia met Johnson, a kind young executive. Their love blossomed, and soon they were married in a grand wedding where Margaret beamed with pride. Years later, Sophia cradled her newborn daughter, Amara Grace, while Margaret whispered through tears, "This is the dream I thought I'd never see." But Margaret wasn't finished with her past. She visited Jacob in prison. His pride was gone, his frame bent, his voice full of regret. Margaret gave him forgiveness, divorce papers, and even a second chance, $1 million account to start over. Strength, she told him, is not only in punishment. It is in letting go. Sophia's journey came full circle. From maid to daughter, from servant to leader, from victim of hardship to symbol of courage. Her bravery saved a life, rebuilt a family, and proved that destiny can be rewritten by a single act of courage. This story is more than betrayal and wealth. It's about courage, loyalty, forgiveness, and the power of one voice that refused to stay silent. If this story moved you, subscribe to Blackish Focus for more emotional and powerful true stories that inspire, uplift, and remind us of the strength we all carry inside.